Welcome back, students. Welcome to the video lecture in Signal and Systems. In the previous video lecture, we have seen that how the sampling is done to convert a band limited signal into its samples. Okay, so a continuous time signal xt can be represented as xn, which is a discrete time signal or samples of the signal with a sample frequency omega s, which will be greater than 2 times the value of the maximum frequency content in the signal, that is omega m, which is called as sampling. Now today we are going to see what is signal reconstruction. Okay, so first there is a basic of related to sampling that is, if we pass a signal xt through the sampler is just look like it just looks like a switch. So if we are passing xt here, then whenever this sampler is used with a sampling frequency, okay, with a sampling frequency of omega s that is greater than or equal to 2 times omega m, then there is a impulse that is produced at the output, okay, which is a impulse train also. So this part here is a sampler. Now if we are having a impulse train at the output whose magnitude is equal to the magnitude of xt at the sampling instant, okay, so here you can see that at this point the st value of st sampled signal or the sample signal is given by omega n, sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x n ts, that is sampling time period, delta t minus nts. This is what you all know. And now this is a sampled signal, means here we have a continuous time domain, signal in continuous time, and this is our sampled signal with magnitude equals to magnitude of xt at the sampling instant. Okay, so this is our sampled signal. This is what we have seen in the previous video lectures of sampling, and we have seen Nyquist sampling theorem also. Now what if we wanted to reconstruct our signal xt back again. Okay, so now so the signal xt now is going to be reconstruct back from its samples. So how this can be done? Okay, so this is our main goal, how to reconstruct. Okay, so how to reconstruct? Actually, there is a circuit that is called as zero order hold circuit. Okay, so that circuit is used here, like if we are having the signal that is xt in our continuous time domain, with sampler we have converted this signal to st, which is the sampled signal. Here I am writing sampler. Okay, now the signal is passed through a zero order hold, which holds the value for some time up to the next sample comes. Okay, so when the first sample comes, it will hold the value of that signal for the time period ts. Okay, the sampler is having time period ts, that is the sampling time period. So this zero order hold circuit will hold the value of the signal for the time period ts. Okay, so I'm writing here as the zero order hold value of signal to be reconstructed for sampling period okay, for the sampling period. And this value so this value will be same as the value of last received sample. Okay, so you can see that when xt, which is a continuous time signal, when it is passed through the sampler with a sampling time period of ts, it will be converted to st. Okay, and when this st signal needs to be reconstructed, as you can see, the main goal of signal reconstruction is to reconstruct the signal back from its sample. So at this point, when the signal needs to be reconstructed, here we use a zero order hold circuit that holds the value of a signal that is to be reconstructed for the sampling period. Okay, so it will hold the signal value for the sampling period, that is ts, and the value, जो भी value वो hold करेगा, it will be same as the last received sample. So if xt is like if we are having a signal xt like this, okay, so this signal is xt, say this is our continuous time signal, xt. Now when it is multiplied by the impulse train, or when the sampler is used, the signal is converted to the sample like this. So I can say that this is our st, like we are having a impulse here, then if this is our ts, say if this is our ts, then we are having another impulse at this point. So we are having an impulse at this point, then we are having an impulse at this point, and the magnitude will be equal to the magnitude of the signal xt. Okay, so like this we have converted it into a sampled signal. So the sampled signal is achieved after using the sampler. As you can see, xt is a continuous time signal and st is a sampled signal. Now what the zero order hold do is it can hold the value So now we can see that how this zero order hold will work. So the zero order hold output, let us say this is HT. So first sample, as the first sample is coming to the zero order hold, so the magnitude is like this at this point. So it will hold the value up to this point for the sampling time period of TS. Okay, so if we are we are going to make the signal, then for the TS time period, that is, this is the value of TS, up to this point the magnitude of first sample, it can hold like this. Okay, now for the next time the value will go up and it can hold the value up to the next sampling or the next sample, as the next sample will come. Now the value reduces and the signal hold the value for next sample. As in the next sample the value will also reduced, so it can hold for next reduction in the value. Now at this point the magnitude reduced, so it can hold to this point, and at this point the magnitude is going less, so it can hold this value for the sampling time period TS. Then it goes 0, then it will be like this, so the signal will hold this value, then it will go up, signal will hold this value, and then finally this value. So like this the zero order hold works. So it holds the value for the time period TS. So they are equally spaced impulses. As this is TS, so it will be 2TS, or I can say this is TS also, this is also TS, and so on, है ना? So these are all TS values. So for TS time period the signal is holded by the zero order hold circuit. So this, as you can see here, this value the signal can hold. Okay, so right now if we take the outer periphery as like this, so with dotted line you can see it looks like our original signal. Okay, so in this way the signal is reconstructed back from its samples. okay, using a zero order hold. So this is all for today's video lecture, and in the next video lecture we will determine what is ST or the output of this zero order hold, and what will be the transfer function for the zero order hold circuit. Okay, so we will determine transfer function, okay. So in the next video lecture we will see what will be the transfer function of a zero order hold circuit. So let us quickly revise what we have learned today. Is that if we are having a continuous time signal xt represented as a continuous time signal, using a sampler the signal is converted to its sampled signal as st is equal to n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x nts delta t minus nts, where ts is the sampling time period. So sampler is having a time period of ts, and the sampling is done at omega s greater than 2 times omega m. Omega m is the maximum frequency of xt. So this is all about sampling. Now we wanted to reconstruct the signal back from the sampled signal st. Okay, so here the main goal is how to reconstruct the signal. So as st is a sampled signal, so here the zero order hold circuit is used. The zero order hold the value of a signal to be reconstructed for sampling period, which you can see here from this graph. Like if xt is a continuous time signal converted into its sample as st, where the magnitude of st is equal to the magnitude of the signal xt at the time of sampling, and they are equally spaced samples with a sampling time period of ts. Now zero order hold the value which will be same as the value of the last received sample. So if our first sample is at this value, then it can hold the same value for the sampling time period of ts, and in this way we have constructed the reconstructed signal using the zero order hold. The outer periphery of zero order hold gives you the value of the reconstructed signal. Okay, so in the next video lecture we will see what is transfer function for a zero order hold. So till then you have to stay tuned to these video lectures, and thank you very much for listening.